Hey, what's up, you guys? FilmFan0599 here again, and welcome back to the Universe of the Bluetubers. And today on Universe of the Bluetubers, I'm going to be reviewing Harry Styles' self-titled album. So, Harry Styles, this is a 2017 released album, and this is Harry Styles' first solo studio album. And of course, you know, Harry Styles, he was a member of famous pop group One Direction, and currently that group is on a hiatus, so Harry Styles, I guess, was like, hey, I'm gonna release some solo stuff, so let's do this. And, you know, One Direction is I'm not a fan of the group. I'm like, they're just generic boy band-ish pop music, and it's just not good. So, when I heard that Harry Styles was releasing some solo stuff, I was like, alright, whatever. Let's just, and then I heard Signs of the Times, and I was like, oh, okay, I underestimated this man way too much. Like, I underestimated him so much, because that song, I'll get more into it when I talk about it, but yeah. And then he announces a few days later that he's releasing a solo album, literally in a month, when he, you know, made that tweet and stuff. So I was like, okay, this shall be interesting. I can't wait to hear what the rest of the album sounds like. And man, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I would have never thought in a million years that I would say this, that a Harry Styles album is so far my favorite album of the year. What world do we live in? Folks, what world are we living in right now? This is shocking. This is seriously shocking. Holy moly, and for good reason, because this album is fantastic. This album is incredible. This seriously is a fantastic, well-written, very, very great album, and such an awesome tribute as well to like 70s hard rock music. And I love that. It is so great. It really is. I absolutely loved this album to death. This is an incredible album. So let's get into the reasons why this is so incredible. First being, holy moly, the production on this thing. Wow. Just like I said, this has a very vibe of 70s hard rock. And that's what the vibe he was trying to go for the majority of this album. And man, does he do a great job with that, because holy, he does such a great job of really tributing like artists like, maybe for example like David Bowie, Queen, examples like some old like 70s hard rock like artists, and he does such a great job with that, like with many of the songs on here, like with Only Angel, or you know, like or Signs of the Times, like just so many songs that he just kind of incorporates that with that old like 70s hard rock, and I absolutely love that with, you know, this album. It's just so incredible. And man, does his vocal work 100% for the most part on this album. It really is so fantastic. He does such an incredible job. A lot of his vocals with a lot of these songs are so great. He does such a phenomenal job with his vocals on this album. Just everything, even the guitar work on this album is so great, especially on Only Angel. Just so fantastic. So let's get into some of the songs on this album, because there's some great songs on this thing. Let's first talk about the first two big singles that were released off of this album. Of course, like I talked about in the beginning, we got Signs of the Times. I think by the end of this year, I really do think that this is going to be my favorite song of the year, because every time I listen to this dang song, I just can't help but just get an emotional weight just hit me over the head. Like, seriously, this song is literally a perfect song. Like, there is literally nothing wrong with it. It is a literal perfect song. Everything about this song is so incredible. Like, the song, what the basic premise of the song is, it really deals with like hardship and just I guess kind of emotions and just hardship a lot. And what I really noticed with the main theme with this album is like it's about relationships and love really, and I'll get more into that with more of the songs later on, but that's what I got with the main theme of the album. It's like very like relationships, love, and stuff like that. That's the main vibe I got from this. And Signs of the Times. This is the longest song of the album, by the way. It's 5 minutes and 41 seconds. And you are invested throughout that entire song. And by the way, the song flies. Like for a song that's 5 minutes and 41 seconds, it flies like that. And just you're so mesmerized while listening to this song that you're just like, wow, like he's capable of doing this. Like it's so shocking to me. Like I haven't been this surprised listening to a song in forever. Like seriously, everything is so great. And once the song like kicks in like the 1 minute and like 41 minute like 1 minute and 41 second mark, like it just kicks in. Man, is it powerful, and you feel that, like you feel the power coming out of his vocals, like you really do feel that power, that emotion, like you feel it in this song. Like it's just so perfect. It is literally the perfect song. The lyrics are so beautiful, they're so incredible. Like just you feel this song, like you feel it. Like, you are hit, like I said before, you are hit with an emotional weight while listening to this song. I'm honestly glad that he went with this as the lead single for this album because, man, I'm just so glad that a song like this is like being played on the radio and stuff, because this is a song that everyone should listen to. Really, it is such an incredible song. It's by far my favorite song on the album. It's so incredible. It's such an emotional, powerful song, and it's literally perfect. Like, it's the perfect song. I see nothing wrong with it. It is literally the perfect song. And then the other single that was released off of this was Sweet Creature, which I think is a good song. I do enjoy that song a lot. I wouldn't say it's one of my absolute favorites off of the album, but it is a good song. And I do quite enjoy it a lot. That song is like about a young couple like feeling having difficult stuff in their relationships, like having a lot of arguments and stuff. That's really what that song is about. I do think it's a really solid song. Or other songs like the opening track, Meet Me in the Hallway, definitely opens up the album very well in my eyes. That one is about him trying to really begging for someone that hurt him to return and come back to him. And it's a really great song to open up the album and stuff. Then you have Carolina, which that song apparently was written about a fan and also was about cocaine, because in the song he says she's a good girl, and apparently girl is like a reference to cocaine. So it's a really great song. It has a really groovy vibe to it as well, which I really love. Like the bass line on that song is really groovy. Like it's a really groovy sound as well. Like, and I will say that's another thing. He kind of plays around with some stuff as well. Like, he just doesn't do, 70s hard rock. He kind of just plays around with stuff. Like, you get more acoustic feelings, like with songs like Two Ghosts or Ever Since New York, and the last track from the Dining Table. Like, you get acoustic tracks like that. Like, Two Ghosts, I think, is a really great acoustic track. That's, something... I don't know if many will agree with me on this, but it sounds like something that Jake Johnson would do. If you guys know who he is, he's a very great musician. It sounds like something he would do, really. Like, you could definitely tell throughout that song. It's just so great. And apparently, that song it's apparently about Taylor Swift. Apparently. Apparently during an interview or something, he was, someone asked him, is the song about Taylor Swift? And he, froze up. So, it possibly is about her, and and even I could tell in some of the lyrics, he describes she has very red lipstick and stuff, and at the time, I think in 2012 she was wearing very bright red lipstick and stuff, and the way that he was describing the girl in that song, it very much sounded like he was describing Taylor Swift. And also the song is, and then the other thing that the song is about, it's about two people falling out from the relationship and becoming two totally different people. And and you could really tell with that in the lyric, we're not the same anymore, or something like that. We're not the same people anymore. And yeah, I think it's just another really great track. It's a nice acoustic feel. Same goes with Ever Since New York, which is another one of my absolute favorites. I think that song is just absolutely incredible as well. That one is about like Harry having to deal with like his heart, like dealing with this heartbreak and dealing with the fact that he's no longer with this woman. And it's a really great track, and really, it's really emotional as well. Like very, very emotional track. Only Angel is probably my second favorite song on this album, because holy, this is a very like just hard rock-esque song. Like this is like so great. Once you hear that guitar kick in, man, does it take you on a ride. And I just absolutely love it. Like, she's an angel, woo-hoo. Like, it's just so great. I love it. It's such a fantastic track, and an awesome, nice little tribute to 70s hard rock music. And it's just so, so great. And then the last track from the Dining Table really closes out the track, closes out the album very well in my eyes. That song deals with that him being very sad that he's no longer with this girl, and he's now with, like, he has to deal with the fact that now she's with someone else. And it's a very nice acoustic track to really end the album. And obviously it's a very sad song, but it wasn't like nice little acoustic track to kind of wrap up the album. And they did a very good job with that. Now, the only song I really didn't care for on this album was Kiwi. It's another one of those songs that's like a very like tribute to 70s hard rock music, but I didn't think, like, the instrumental, like, it really works, and it's really great. It's just, I think, like, some of the lyrics and kind of Harry's vocals didn't really work with the song in my eyes. Like, every time he was said, "I'm not having your baby," like, I just found it annoying. I really did. Like, I tried listening to the song many times. I'm just, like, I'm still not feeling it. Like, it's still not really that good of a song in my eyes. Like, it's not a bad song, it's just, it's okay at best, really. So, yeah, that was really the only song I didn't care for. Besides that, yeah, the thing is fantastic. Seriously, I absolutely loved it. It's an incredible album, and I think it's by far the best album I think I've heard so far this year. So, yeah. So, for my official grade on the Harry Styles self-titled album, and my official grade on the Harry Styles self-titled album is a 4.5 out of 5. Definitely a very, very, very close 5 out of 5 for me. Very, very close. It is such an incredible album, and like I said, I definitely think it is the best album I've so far heard this year, and it's definitely one that everybody should listen to, because it is that great. And don't go into that mindset like it's like, oh, it's Harry Styles, the dude from One Direction. Don't go into that mindset, please. Just listen to it, and you'll be like, oh, like, he's doing that now. Like, it's great. Seriously, give it a listen. It's so fantastic. Definitely deserves a 4.5 out of 5. So, what did you guys think of Harry Styles' self-titled album? Leave the comment section below. I'm FilmFan0599, and we'll see you out later. Peace.